whistle blow. It makes me want to pack my grip, hop that freight and go. Still miss you, darling, you left me all alone. This old house is empty, it's shining like a stone. The train on the island, hear that whistle blow. Don't know why I stay. Nothing much that I can do, nothing to throw away. I'm gonna take a little whiskey, tobacco I can roll, bringing home my old coat, keep me from the cold. Train on the island, hear that whistle blow. Whistle too. Does it sound just as lonesome? What does it say to you? I hear that sound of moving out. I miss my chance again. The train's already west of town and the blues are moving in. Train on the island, I hear that whistle blow. Keep on hoping you'll come back home, fall into my arms again, never more to roam. Train on the island, hear that whistle blow. It makes me want to pack my grip to hop that freight and go. Train on the island, hear that whistle blow. Train on the island, hear that whistle blow. Thank you. All right, we're going to do some songs from a couple new records. One's called Fiddlers Green, and that's we'll sing a song about Fiddlers Green in a minute, but this is another one from Fiddlers Green. Mostly traditional songs, folks, and this one's sort of an update of an old Bill Monroe song. As the technology changes, you just change a few of the words and everything's fine. An email from you, darling. You said you sent me a file. It was a full-length picture, JPEG format, but I never got to see you smile. Well, I thought of what you might be wearing. Just then my service software froze. I tried rebooting, tried compression, but it would not open past your nose. My color screen won't even function. It's one big solid field of blue. My hard drive went soft, my application coughed, and I'm running out of memory for you. I sat alone there at my workplace, just thinking of the good times that we had. I was dumping data down to a zip drive, stroking on the old mouse pad, and I went down to my computer center just to buy me a megabyte of RAM. I I hurried on back to my workplace. I had my memory module in my hand. I opened up my PC casing. I thought I knew just what I'd do, but it was all for naught. There were no expansion slots, and I'm running out of memory for you. My color screen won't even function. It's one big solid field of blue. My hard drive it went soft, my application coughed, and I'm running out of memory for you. Thank you very much. Fiddlers Green is the it's sort of a legend of a mythical. It's a myth. It's a nirvana that the a paradise that the old seafaring men, the seafaring men. Not the pirates though. The good seafaring men. They were the ones, if they died, they would, instead of going to Davy Jones' locker, they would go to Fiddler's Green, where there was beautiful music playing on the square and food growing on the trees and beautiful women dancing, and your cup is always full. Aye. Fiddler's Green. 2, 3, 1, 2. It's a sad tale I tell you of a sailor man's life, how his love for the high seas had cost him his wife. When I've told you my story, I'm sure you'll agree, it's not but pure folly when a man goes to sea. Just a young lad of 20, I was courting a lass full of innocent beauty with style and with class. But the ships in the harbor, they beckoned, it seemed. I was lured by the trade winds to find Fiddlers Green. And when first I went sailing, how a young girl did cry, but the lure of the trade winds could not be denied. Though she vowed to be faithful as the ship sailed away, she would marry another 1 year from that day. Fiddlers Green, bewitching young sailor with all of your dreams. Yo, she's calm and serene. Enchantment awaits you on Fiddlers Green. Many oceans since I left Boston town, and my hair has turned silver that was once chestnut brown. From London to Bombay and points in between, I was always in search of this Fiddler's Green. To you young lads now courting pretty maidens so fair, should you hear those trade winds, let me warn you, beware. Go marry your young girl, raise your corn and your beans. Don't waste your young manhood on Fiddler's Green. Yo, Fiddler's Green, bewitching young sailors with all of your dreams. Yo, she's calm and serene. Enchantment awaits you on Fiddler's Green. Yo, Fiddler's Green, bewitching young sailors with all of your dreams. Yo, she's calm and serene. Enchantment awaits you on Fiddler's Green. till I tell you of a sailor man's life, how his love for the high seas had cost him his wife. I just thought of another update, but it's more of like from the 40s or the 60s. Turn on, buddy, turn on. Turn on, buddy, turn on. Turn on, buddy, turn on. I'd like to tune up because you probably care. Here's an old ballad, timeless one, folks. Hoping the troops come back home. That's basically the gist of this next song. Fair maid was in her garden when a stranger came riding by. He came up to the gate and called her, said, pretty fair maid, would you be my bride? She said, I have a true love who's in the army, and he's been gone for 7 long years. If he's gone for 7 years longer, I'll still be waiting for him here. Perhaps he's on some water goes drowning. Perhaps he's on some battlefield slain. Perhaps he's too fair girl married. I love the girl that married him. Well, if he's drowned, I hope he's happy. Or if he's on some battlefield slain, and if he's too fair girl married, I love the girl that married him. Pulled his hand out of his pocket, and on his finger they wore a golden ring. When she saw that band shining, a brand new song her heart did sing. And then he threw his arms all around her, the kisses gave her 1, 2, 3. Said, I'm your true and loving soldier, just come back home to marry thee. Pretty fair maid, all in the garden, when a stranger came a-riding by. He came up to the gate and called her, said, pretty fair maid, would you be my bride? Thank you. Hey, all right, thank you. try to figure out which instrument I'm playing on each song. That's the first order of business up here. Here's one about a horse trader named Ray Lum. A true story of a true character anyway, from Vicksburg, Mississippi, that was in the business of livestock from about 1915 to 1917. He saw the change from the horse to the car and the mule to the tractor, and learned a lot about human nature in the process. And most of this, there's a book about him called Mule Trader, really colorful interviews with the guy, and most of the words of the song are in his own language, his very words, even his rhymes, everything. Thank you, Ray.
Southern Rail crosses the Yellow Dog. I met an old auctioneer and I heard his monologue. He said, I got horses, I got mules, I got sheep. Some I want to sell, boys, and some I want to keep. He said, I got a tale or two that I need to tell. Sit down beside me and rest yourself a spell. I've lived a good long life and I've got no regrets. Let me tell my story before I forget. Look down the lonesome road before you travel on. I hate to say goodbye, so I'll just say so long. See the way that bay horse rides seems just like a sin. That horse is broken too, he's lost his coupling pin. Yonder there's a man coming, bless his poor heart, son. His head's all empty, his bread is just not done. Look at that old mule there, the one with one lamp lit. He's about half blind, but there's work in that mule yet. He pulled a heavy load, boys, I know him well. They never did give that mule no backup bell. Look down the lonesome road before you travel on. I hate to say goodbye, so I'll just say so long. They say whiskey slows you down, it clouds up your thinking. But as long as they make whiskey, I'd say we'll keep on drinking. As long as life keeps hitting hard, a drink will help you take it. As long as we drink whiskey, they'll continue to make it. Some folks have to slow down if they're maimed or lame. Other folks keep moving and keep rocking on just the same. I walk like an old fox, I shake my big old tail. Even though there's a hellhound, he's sniffing on my trail. Look down the lonesome road before you travel on. I hate to say goodbye, so I'll just say so long. Just kick this old dog and make real sure he's dead. Go find you another dog, don't hang your little head. Gonna be a lot more living after I am gone. I'll leave a little for you, son, come get your share done. Look down the lonesome road before you travel on. I hate to say goodbye, so I'll just say so long. Look down the lonesome road before you travel on. I hate to say goodbye, so I'll just say so long. Thank you. Thank you, folks. That's Danny Barnes on the banjo. But he ain't got a banjo now. He's also going to play some electrosonic space age stylings on his Fender Jaguar. Back, you're going Jaguar hunting in just a second. But over on the big bass, on the bull fiddle, the acoustic doghouse. He's from Arkansas, and Steve Earle says that's all the Arkansas you're ever going to need. And we're mighty proud to have Dennis Crouch on the bass. are all due, and the baby needs shoes, and I'm busted. Well, cotton is down to a pound, and I'm busted. I got a cow that went dry, I got a hen that won't lay, a big stack of bills, she's getting bigger each day. The county's gonna haul my belongings away because I'm busted. Well, I went to my brother to ask for a loan because I'm busted. I hate to beg like a dog for a bone, but I'm busted. And my brother says there's not a thing I can do. My wife and my kids are all down with the flu, and I was just thinking about calling on you because I'm busted. I'm not a thief, but a man can go wrong when he's busted. The food that we put up last summer's all gone, and I'm busted. Well, the fields are all bare and the cotton won't grow. Me and my family gotta pack up and go. Well, I'll make a living just where I don't know because I'm busted. I got a cow that went dry, I got a hen that won't lay, a big stack of bills is getting bigger each day. The county's gonna haul my belongings away because I'm busted. Thank you. All right. Just a second. Yes. Take over, Dennis. Dennis Krause talking on stage. Wow. Cool. He said yes. Hey, we're moving into a territory of another record came out the same day back in September, and a big day for me, right? 2 records in one day, okay? My music is too big for just one CD. Wow. Anyway, this is about, this record's called Cornbread Nation, and of course refers to the part of the country where we are. And that's below that cornbread line and runs east and west across our great land. And that's, of course, parallel to the, roughly parallel to the Mason-Dixon line, along with the sweet, unsweet T line. South of that cornbread line, people know that if God had wanted sugar and cornbread, he would have called it cake. Basically. Anyway. Tour and party! Anyway, we're going to do this song called Cornbread Nation, about all the different things you can do with corn. ash cake, bannock bread, Johnny cake, spoon bread. Dish it up, pour it on, give it all you got. Put the fat back in the cast iron pot. It's a Richmond to Fort Worth, Davenport to Natchez, Birdie back a field to your snowy cotton patches. No matter where you're heading, the train leaves the station. Still take a supper at the Cornbread Nation. Soak a bowl of beans, chop a yellow onion, wash it good off the greens. Shift a little soda, some powder in the meal. Pour in the buttermilk to get the right feel. It's a hot water, cool water, doesn't really matter. Don't work too hard when you're mixing up the batter. It's a hot corn, cold corn, friends and relations sitting at the table at the Cornbread Nation. Up in Kentucky, where I was born, up in Kentucky, where the kernels in the corn. They're shaking up the jar, they're looking for the bead. They take a little swallow, no more than they need. You can scrape it, you can chew it, roll it in the dough. You can sip it, you can brew it, you can let the liquor flow. It's hot corn, cold corn, friends and relations sitting at the table at the Cornbread Nation. Cake, bannock bread, Johnny cake, spoon bread. Dish it up, pour it on, give it all you got. Put the fat back in a cast iron pot. It's a Richmond to Fort Worth, Davenport to Natchez, no matter. Feeling the blowing pop and passion, no matter where you're heading. The train leaves the station, they still take a supper at the Cornbread Nation. Thank you, folks. Appreciate that. Danny Barnes. Woo. He's taught many of your Austin youth how to play guitar and banjo down there at South Austin Music. So we got the amp too. That's right. Yeah, we got the amp from that lovely store. Thank you, Beal. We're going to do one about going hunting now. We're going like it's deep cornbread country. And about the mountain men. All they bring is a little sack of cornmeal and a knife, a flint and steel, and their teeth. They sleep under an old rock. Okay, this is let's go to hunting. He done treat something now. Come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Dog in the woods, he done treat something now. Come on. Your dog bark, it don't mean nothing. Your dog bark, it don't mean nothing. My dog bark, he done treat something now. Come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Dog in the woods, he done treat something. Come on. Up at the moon,
he done treat something. Now he raised up his tail, he took off a running, and he raised up his tail, he took off a running. Come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Now the gun said boom, the coon said zip, the gun said boom, and the coon said zip. Old Red grabbed him and all his grip. Waterproof your boots and a whistle up your dog. I waterproof your boots and a whistle up your dog. Shoulder up your gun when you're waiting in the ball. You get the shot and I'll get the powder. You get the shot and I'll get the powder. Your dog bark with my dog louder. Come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Come on, dog. Anyone can trade something new. Your dog bark, it don't mean nothing. Your dog bark, it don't mean nothing. My dog bark, it done treat something. Now come on, boys, let's go to hunting. Come on, let's go to hunting. Dog in the woods, it done treat something. Thank you so much, country music fan. Like that thing in Folsom Prison Blues, or Folsom Prison, live at Folsom Prison when the guy goes, "Wow!" Just me. Hey, it's time for a. We're gonna kind of go to the lounge on this next one. This is kind of, I don't know, it's sort of Dean Martin folk music. This also is an F. The Key of Love, that's right. What are you laughing at? I want to thank our sound man, Mr. David Knockin. Thank you, David.
Hey, David Knockin.
We've all gotten stage names and sort of alter egos as the tour went on. Of course, his name is Willie Whalen Williams. And his website he's launching soon called www.com. Over here we have Wade Rivers. Wade Rivers, and back here, Billy Buck Meadows. I'm taking a cue from Vernon Dalhart and Conway Twitty by naming myself after two cities in Tennessee called Dixon Van Leer. And we have a new name for our band, which is Chaw Bacon, which is, the definition is, what is it?
An awkward and unsophisticated rustic.
Dixon Van Leer and Chaw Bacon. Yeah, man. That's it. That's it. Totally it. Okay. This is called the Foggy Foggy Dew. When I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked the weaver's trade. The only thing I ever did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the wintertime and part of the summer too. The only thing I ever did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. It was late one night, she came to my bedside while I was fast asleep. She flung her pretty arms all around my neck and then began to weep. She wept, she cried, she tore her hair. Oh me, what could I do? So all night long I held her in my arms to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Still I am a bachelor and I live with my son, and we work the weaver's trade. And it seems that every time I look into his eyes, I'm reminded of that fair young maid. Oh, reminded of the wintertime and part of the summer too. And many, many times I held her in my arms to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. All right, we're going to take a short pause for the cause after this next one and take a little break so that you can have a drink and buy a CD. Basically, that's what it's for. T-shirts. We got the new Cornbread Nation T-shirts where you can dress up like a piece of cornbread on a plate. And then also, it gives the illusion of having milk around it, too, since it's a white T-shirt. And then the other one is the Fiddlers Green T-shirt, where you have a fiddlehead fern. My wife, Kit, did nice watercolors for the front covers, and they're also on the T-shirts. It's become very much of a cottage industry. My son plays the hambone on the record, and my other son helped write one of the songs. They're stuffed envelopes for us. They work on the car. No, anyway, we're going to do one more song, and talk to Kent and Deb and Mary Alice out there. Actually, I want to send this out to those folks celebrating Mary Alice's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mary Alice. Happy birthday to you. Oh! She left. She went outside. Dee-dee-da. That's right. They went outside. Okay. Thank you, Mary Alice. Here's one called Hold On. I'm going home on the morning train. I'm going home on the morning train. All of my sins will be carried away. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on. Hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on. Well, Sister Mary, she wears a golden chain. Sister Mary, she wears a golden chain. And on each link
in my Jesus' name. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on. Well, the devil he wears him hypocrite shoes. The devil he wears him hypocrite shoes. But if you don't watch out, they're gonna slip a little shoes on you. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on. She's chillin', she's white, chillin' white. The Jordan River, she's chillin', she's white. Well, I got a home over on the other side. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Put your hand on that plow. Hold on. Thank you. We'll be back.